So I legit just sat down to start filming this, and my neighbour thought it would be a fantastic time to start using their wood chipper. So annoying. Ugh. Hey guys, so for today's look I'm starting off bare face. I'm going to move right into primer. I'm using my Hourglass Mineral Veil primer and my Becca Resurfacing primer, just mixing a concoction of that onto my fingers and then blending it into my skin to help us prime our face ready for the rest of the makeup. For foundation, I'm starting off with my Rimmel 35R Lasting Finish foundation and a little bit of my MAC Face and Body foundation, mixing the two of these onto the back of my hand and then dotting them all over my face and then blending them in with my Real Techniques sponge. Once that's all blended in, because I did not have a concealer that matched me, I'm just mixing in a bit of the MAC Face and Body foundation with my MAC Pro Longwear concealer to get my correct shade, and then highlighting and concealing my face just on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, forehead and under my eyes, and then blending it all out with my Real Techniques sponge. Now once that is all blended in, I'm going to set everything down using my Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. I'm really pressing the powder into my skin. Because we use such a dewy kind of foundation combo with that MAC Face and Body, this will really help to control our oils and make sure we don't have any shine breaking through during the day. Moving straight onto the eyes, I'm taking this really warm, lightish orangey shade, and oh my god guys, look at that pigment. That is amazing. I'm just blending this in throughout my crease with a large fluffy brush. I'm just using windscreen wiper motions mixed with little circular motions, and I'm really fanning this shadow out towards the end of my brow and out towards my temple to give a really nice blown out grungy almost look to the eyeshadow. And then we're going to move on to deepen up the crease further, just moving on to that one shade down, still an orangey browny shade. We're going to use that shade with a slightly more tapered blending brush. I'll leave a list of all the brushes down below so you can see which ones I'm using, but it's a slightly more tapered and it's going to be really great to get right into that crease but still give us a nice soft blown out effect to the shadows. Next we're going to go into this more deep brown shade, and I'm going to place that really, or focus that really into my crease. I'm using a more dome shaped penciled type brush to make sure I get a really precise application in throughout my crease. So I'm just working and building up the color till I've got my desired intensity. Then I'm going to go in and blend it all out with that brush that we used earlier. I am going to really focus this shade on our outer and inner corner as well. So I decided I wanted to go for a little bit more of a haloed spotlight look today. So as you can see, I'm really packing that on to my outer lid and then really packing it again onto the inner corner of my eye. And once I'm happy with the intensity, I'm just going to lightly blend out the edges to make sure we have no harsh lines and everything's really seamless, blown out, smoky and kind of grungy. Then I'm going to take some Too Faced glitter glue and I'm just going to apply that to that central portion of the lid that we left blank. This is going to help our next shadow, which is this nice champagne-y kind of bronzy shade from the Morphe 35R palette. It's going to really help that shadow to really stick and give us a really amazing color payoff. So I'm just using my middle finger, I'm just pressing into the shadow, then applying it to my lid and building up the intensity as much as I want. I am blending this shadow right up into the crease as well. I really liked how it looked. Then we're going to move on to our lower lash line, and I'm just taking that original orangey transition shade that we used in the beginning and running that along the lower lash line, moving on to a few of those darker shades that we used in our crease as well. I am going to really focus those darker shades though right on the outer corner and help connect it out to that blown out edge to the shadow that we have going out on the outer corner of the eyes. I'm going to apply a little bit more of that glitter glue to my lower lash line and then apply a little bit of that bronzy shade as well to the lower lash line, just in that middle section so it kind of matches up with the spotlight we have going on the center of our lid. Then we're going to move on to contouring our face. I'm using my Park Avenue Princess bronzer and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones using that bronzer. I am being quite heavy-handed with this because I am fake tanned, and I just find that with this bronzer it works really good when you're fair, but when you're a little bit tanned you do need to be a little bit more generous. So yeah, just blending that into my hollows of my cheek, temples, and under my chin, all the places I like to contour. Then that same shade as well, just to contour my nose, and then to help blend out the contour so it's not super harsh and look like two stripes down my nose, I'm going to use the Sculpt and Highlight Kit from Revlon and collaboration with Chloe Morello, and I'm just going to use that banana-y kind of yellowy powdered shade to blend out the edges, and then also highlight under my eyes, bridge of my nose, middle of my forehead, and my chin to kind of add a little bit more dimension to the face. Then we're going to move on to bronzing. I'm using my Models Prefer bronzer, and oh my god, I love it when you apply your makeup with a brush and it kind of just smells like perfume that you had on the other day. Oh, I love it. It smells so good. Then we're going to move on to blush, and I'm just applying this blush to the backs of my cheeks and then kind of just feathering it on to more of the apples of the cheek, but the most of the product will be at the back of our cheeks, as you can see there. Then we're going to highlight. I'm using Opal liquid highlighter from Becca, and I'm just applying that to the tops of my cheekbones using my Real Techniques sponge. I'm just going to as well apply that to my cupid's bow and also at the tip of my nose to help highlight and give a nice dewy bronzy glowy effect to the makeup. Then I'm going to apply my champagne pop over the top of that, and this will really make the oh my gosh, look at that highlight. Using the liquid highlighter underneath really just makes the highlight pop. As you can see, it looks amazing. I'm being quite generous with the highlight as well, so applying it to the tops of my cheekbones, bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, inner corners of my eyes, and then also my brow bones to give a really nice highlighted glowy finish to the skin. Then for lashes, I applied a quick coat of mascara, and then applying the Eyelure number 121 lashes. And then for my lips, I'm using MAC Velvet Teddy. So next up, I'm applying a little bit of the Rimmel Lipstick in number 42 just over the top to lighten it up a bit. Then to complement the rest of the glowy skin and look we have going on, I'm applying some clear gloss over the top of that to give a nice glossy pout. So this is the finished look, guys. I'm absolutely in love with how it turned out. I love the glowy bronzy look. Oh my god, this look is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Give this video a like, thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I guess I will see you guys next week in my next video. Bye guys.